Dude, out of here, you hear me?
Not trying to get away from me!
Walk on, girl.
Whoa there!
That's a girl.
Easy!
Doing fine, girl. Let's go. Steady on. That's the way.
Easy does it.
Who's a good horse? You are.
Whoa now! Mr. Fry, I trust that you had a productive meeting with Mr. Owen.
Oh, yes, we had the most wonderful chat. I found out the man behind Starrick's soothing syrup is John Elliotson.
Dr. Elliotson, I haven't heard that name in a long while. He was a brilliant heart specialist until he became obsessed with phrenology and mesmerism. It ruined his career. Well, how shall we proceed?
Oh, with all respect, Mr. Darwin, I believe I should proceed alone. After all, we wouldn't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Sounds very wise. Good luck, my boy. Oh, and Mr. Fry, should you find yourself with any free time, please do call on me.
Mr. Fry.
All right, Jacob.
would I find the doctor?
Ah. Well, as you've just witnessed, the application of too much pressure can sometimes result in unexpected outcomes. Unfortunately, it appears I've ruined the organ. Send up a cadaver.
At once, Dr. Elliotson.
I don't care about your ethics. And I care even less about your damn patience. Now hand over your keys.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? You're fired. Now bugger off.
How to do it.
I shall resume my discourse on philosophy, the only truth.
Is there anybody out there? Let me out of here! Is there anybody out there? Let me out of here! Can anyone help me? I'm trapped in here.
Catch him, bastard!
You have just witnessed is nothing less than the undeniable effectiveness of the medicine of tomorrow.
We drove you out here long ago! Go back to your frozen wasteland you fought so hard for! You're all ogres wearing buttons!
mother has not gone unnoticed. Especially since... At last it ends. Yet I can only think of beginnings. A better tomorrow. Forged with the blood of visionaries.
All I see is the blood of a lunatic.
Do you truly believe murdering an old man will stop humanity's great architect? Crawford Starrick has a glorious design for mankind.
Designs are meant to be broken.
You're a child. A child who believes he can solve all the world's woes with a flick of a blade. Have you ever pondered the consequences of your actions, Jacob Fry? Or did your father teach you nothing?
Let's go.
Syrup production has ceased. Outrageous!
Fry intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps he doesn't intend much of anything at all.
Thank
but
you.
simply content to dice with our lives.
The asylum is shut up. Medical care throughout the city is in disarray. He cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist!
Gentlemen. This tea was brought to me from India. By a ship. Then up from the harbor to a factory, where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door. Unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me. Who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick. For their jobs, the time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children. And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Fry. This insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night, so that we may drink this. This miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of this sister I've heard of? Miss Fry.
Miss Fry shall be gutted. Soon enough. Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate. Thought you'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca got away from Otzoberg. Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time. Thank God you're all right.
Oh, tish tosh. It'll take more than a Templar super soldier to end the glorious saga of Sean Danger Hastings.
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.
Owning the railway wasn't enough. Now Starrick has bought an omnibus company as well. I suppose he wants to control the neighborhood's workers and keep them under his thumb.
Pearl Attaway is Starrick's competitor, is she? Perhaps it's time I went into business.
And Miss Fry, what are your plans?
I studied the history we recovered from the Kenway Mansion's hidden room. I'm off to a certain monument.
Piss off before I break your legs!
You cheeky shit! That's it, girl. You're done for! Oh, bugger me! Oh, slow down.
girl. That's the way. Keep moving. Steady on. Walk on, girl.
Really? Members of Parliament and others.
So the hints you found in the Kenway house lead to the monument.
What a wonderful use of your time, following me around asking obvious questions.
Well, since Henry isn't here, I thought you might enjoy the company.
I don't require any company, and Mr. Green is following up on some leads of his own.
Oh, yes, Mr. Green. That's a fascinating idea. Oh, please, Mr. Green, come and take a look at this book and stand oh so close to me, Mr. Green.
I do not. Well, perhaps you have nothing better to do, but I'm busy protecting the assassins.
Are you really? What was it Father used to say?
Don't allow personal feelings to compromise the mission.
Precisely. Anyway, I'm off. If I find any more wild geese for you to chase, I'll be in touch.
Be ever more pleasant for your absence.
Our new proposal will ensure that these slums will be replaced with better, safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open play. What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children! You are being very ungrateful! Do you really want to keep living in fire traps? Well, we cannot continue this until you calm yourself.
Keep back, please. This area is in...
Stop! That is an offence against the law! Now, miss, we wouldn't want any trouble, would we?
In an effort to ensure that will never happen again. I would like to thank our esteemed guests, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that
What do you think you're doing? It's people like you who give this city a bad name.
we have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting.
Directly in front of a policeman. How dare you?
All this disruption. Too many today live in what are little better than hovels. In crowded conditions near open flames and with few methods of fire control.
You will have to answer for that.
Will you please stop shouting? You are only being moved out of your home if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal will ensure that these with a neighbour. Show them how you feel. Safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open play. What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children! You are being very ungrateful. Do you really want to keep living in fire traps?
You can't get through here. Move along.
fire in an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again. I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all... than hovels, in crowded conditions near open flame, and with few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only being moved out of your homes if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal...
I don't like the looks of her.
...with safer housing. And it is... What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children! You are being very ungrateful! Do you really want to keep living in fire traps? Well, we cannot use this against all of them.
This looks familiar.
What's happening? Where are we going?
How'd it go? Easy, easy.
Some sort of scuffle over there.
Just a thing for
Bloody
a
great. Why a gentleman who made your acquaintance last month?
It's in the very top. The key to the vault, and the shroud.
Good day, Miss Fry. I'll take that.
You want the shroud to cement your own power. But what if you cannot control it?
And why do you want the shroud? Merely to keep the Templars from having it? How like an assassin. To hold the power of eternal life, and yet be too afraid to use it.
Eternal life. Is that what you think the shroud offers?
What I think is no longer your concern.
Coming with me? I have other plans.